Do you ever feel like you're stuck on a loop, starting tons of tracks but never actually finishing them? You're not alone. In fact, the #1 reason why music producers don't release more music is not because time, gear or skills, it's just because of overthinking. Let's break this down and fix it right now. Here's the thing, overthinking is a silent killer for creativity. It tricks you into believing that what you created is not good enough, so you end up tweaking that snare for hours or endlessly comparing your mix to hardware or Martin Garrix. It sounds familiar, right? But why this happens? It's so simple. Our brain loves perfection. We want every track to make to sound like a masterpiece, but in reality, the only way to improve is by finishing and releasing music. Perfection isn't the goal, progress is. So how do we escape the overthinking trap? It starts with a mindset shift, and here you have my 3-step system to finish more tracks and grow as an artist. And I know what I'm talking about because this past year have been awful for me in terms of releasing music. I've never released less music than in 2024. I only released Africa Firefly and OCD, also the remixes of Like a Melody, but they are not mine. I've been trying to find my new style, trying to get the perfect mixes, those masterpieces, and in the end I didn't release a lot of music. So I needed to find a way to escape from this. So here are the steps. #1, set deadlines. Do you remember when you were at the school and the teacher said, for next week you need to do this homework, and you did it because you had someone forcing you to do it? Now it's you who have to force yourself. Give yourself a strict deadline for every project. For example, I need to finish this track in 7 days, no matter what. And for example, you can bet a dinner with someone if you don't do it, but in the end, deadlines force action. Second, embrace imperfection. Not every track needs to be a hit. Some will be average, and that's okay. Think on top artists. They have hits but also have songs that you don't even remember. According to ChatGPT, around 30% of songs that top artists release are hits. The rest are songs we forget. The more you finish, the better you will be, and you don't need to release them all. Just think of Martin Garrix, for example. He probably has hundreds of songs that he'll never release. And 3, release more often. Releasing is like going to the gym. The more you do it, the stronger your creative muscles get. And you don't need to wait for the perfect moment, it doesn't exist. Now let's put this into action. This is what I want you to do after watching this video. Open your DAW and choose an unfinished track. Set a timer for 2 hours and commit to finishing the idea. Don't overthink the details, just focus on arrangement and the main idea. Once it's done, export it and share it with someone or share it in your socials as an ID. If they like it, you have a new song that needs the mixing to be done, and set a deadline for that. And if they don't like it, just go for another one, but at least you've practiced on finishing songs and you've improved. Remember, every track you finish is a step closer to becoming the artist you want to be. Last but not least, make sure you don't overthink when mixing. Always use reference songs and try to get the closest quality possible. And as I said, also set a deadline for the mixing. And when that day arrives, send it to any producer friend. And if they don't see big problems, it's done. And if you don't know how to use reference songs to get a better quality in your mix, just check this video right here. Now go and finish that track.